In the old days, miners sought out routes to get to their destinations faster. Some encountered the vast expanse of Death Valley, where the only water is saltier than the Earth's oceans. Some crossed and suffered great peril, and gave the valley its name. Other folks decided to call it home. Seldom Seen Slim was one of these travelers, likely passing through this way with his trusty pack mule. We are very close now. Ballarat is just on the other side of these Panamint Mountains. The answers are only one valley away, but first, we gotta find a way across. All right, we've crossed the barrier into California. Death Valley National Park. This is the next phase of our journey as we are gonna try to find a place to cross over Death Valley, over the Panamint Mountains, to a town called Ballarat that Seldom Seen Slim called home for much of his life. But we gotta get through this place first. I don't know if that's gonna be easy, but I know a couple places maybe where we can get a good view of the Panamint Mountains and maybe cross over. Let's go find out. Here I stand at Badwater Basin, the lowest point below sea level on the North American continent, at 282 feet below sea level. What I'm really interested in today, though, are the mountains on the other side. Those are the Panamint Mountains. I'm in Death Valley right now, but on the other side of the Panamint Mountains is the Panamint Valley, where Ballarat, the final home of Seldom Seen Slim, right over there, on the other side. All right, let's walk out towards the Panamint Mountains. Get out into the sun, because it's too hot for a sweatshirt and sweatpants, but it's chilly in the shade over here. You know, I was thinking, I want to grab some of this white salt and taste it, but then I thought, all of the feet of people that have walked over this over time, coming in and out of restrooms and things like that, so nah, not gonna do it. Although I don't know how much could live in this stuff. Probably kills off just about anything, but not gonna be making margaritas yet. Now that's better. Gotta get my sunglasses on though. It's bright. Now at this part of the story, I've never heard tales of Slim coming down to Badwater Basin. Who knows if he ever really did, but certainly he would have had to cross over Death Valley somewhere to get over the Panamint Mountains into Prospect in that area and those mountains over there. But maybe he did at some point journey over here just to enjoy the beauty, who knows? So for those of you that didn't know, and I was once one of those people, Death Valley is huge. It could take hours to go from place to place in here to go see the sights as a tourist. Not to speak of what early people with wagons and horses had to endure. I came from way out that way. Probably drove about an hour from where I'm staying just to get over here, to give you a sense of the scale here. One thing that always strikes me here too is how large these mountains are and how abrupt they are. It's almost like a vertical ascent. And the Panamint Mountains are no joke either. You know, we're really kind of not too far from the eastern Sierra Nevada. I didn't do any research to find out like what the elevation is on the highest peaks over there. Certainly nothing like the Sierra Nevada, but them's are some big mountains. And distances are also very deceiving around here too. Like it seems like we should be able to walk across the valley no problem, but who knows how far that really is. So if I communicated a sense of desolation and danger, then I did my job. This is really what I wanted to get out here and show you, is just this landscape. The contrast, especially from coming down from the higher elevation deserts like Tonopah, where I was having to wear my heavy coat. It was up below freezing at night, and now I'm sweating, and it's only like 8:20 in the morning. All I'm doing is just following the general discoloration. You can see where the trail is more worn. You know, it just strangely feels doable walking across this whole thing. I'm not gonna do it, but maybe one of these days I need to make a video crossing Death Valley on foot in the middle of summer. I kept feeling like the Panamint Mountains were getting closer, and I'm like, okay, let's like walk out to a point where I feel like I'm in the middle of the valley. I'm questioning that now. You know, the mountains they do get closer and taller, but when I turn around, you can see we started right at the base of these mountains here. The parking lot's over there, so feels like I came far, but it feels like I've got much further to go in this direction. Slim, I'm a-coming for you. I'm not too far from your final permanent home, somewhere beyond those mountains. Death Valley stopped me though. Today, we're gonna have to find another way around. I think this is as far as I'm willing to go. And I guess I shouldn't say that I'm surprised, but I thought I was gonna be able to get closer to those mountains, and they just do not seem to be coming any closer. And when I turn around, I did make really good distance from the parking lot. Can barely see it now. I can barely see the trail. I can't see the trail here at all. This is why I really wanted to stop, because I'm kind of getting to the point where I could start to lose my way a little bit, and I don't want to do that. But I wanted to say that I am smack dab in the center of Death Valley, between the Panamints and whatever these mountains are. I should know the name of that, but I don't. But I don't think I can make that claim today. I still think I've got a ways to go, and I'm not that brave today. I didn't bring enough water with me, so I didn't bring any water because I wasn't really planning on going this far, but I did. So there's lots of like salt stuff here. It's really hard. It's like a rock. Because I don't even see any like footprints here or anything, I'm gonna take one for science. I assume if this was dangerous, there'd be signs everywhere saying, don't lick the salt. Why am I doing this? Whoa. Ugh, and it's salty. It's salt. Ugh, look at that. And even though I didn't get to the halfway point, I'm sure of it, certainly feels like I'm in the middle of it though. Just desolation for miles and miles. Not a single shrub, plant, animal, anything that I've seen. But I'm gonna guess that bacteria or something probably lives here. All right, so quite honestly, I've completely lost the trail now. I think it's just a trick of the light. The sun keeps going up, and I don't see the contrast anymore, but I do see the glimmer of cars in the parking lot. So if I just walk straight that way, I'll be okay, but I prefer to find the trail soon because it's easier to walk on it a lot more flat. Just to show you though, how quickly you can lose a trail out here. I make these videos to teach you and your children lessons of how not to do things. You should thank me. So I'm trying to get wise here. We couldn't pass over to the Panamints from Badwater Basin. I don't know if you could see way out there, that's where we were. So I got wise and I found this little parking lot called the Devil's Golf Course, and it seems like we're already quite a ways into the middle of the valley now. So, that being said, all we have to do is cross right over this stuff. Let's get to it. All right, so maybe my plan was not very good. And I doubt many pioneers and prospectors would have honestly tried to cross here. I mean, they call it the Devil's Golf Course, but imagine a horse or a mule or a wagon crossing this. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. And those Panamint Mountains are still just eluding me so far away. Okay, so I hope you don't think I'm that dumb. I've been here before. Some of you may have seen my video from last year here at the Devil's Golf Course. It's just such a striking landscape, and it was right on the way. And we're still admiring those Panamint Mountains there. So I thought we'd come explore this for a bit and enjoy the views. Wouldn't that be fun though, to make a video here? So make one video to cross Badwater Basin across to the Panamints and make another one to cross the Devil's Golf Course. There's no way though I would do that, because then you always have to come right back. And this is dangerous stuff. This is just a bunch of salt. It's hard as a rock. I mean, it's supporting my over 200 pounds of weight. Haven't weighed myself in a while to know exactly how much I weigh right now, but I am north of 200 pounds, and you know, this stuff is very stable. I've walked out onto it before, but I do try to not step on things like that, especially because I'm not wearing boots today. I'm just wearing my sneakers. It sounds like you're walking on glass at times, or even metal. You'll hear all these clinks and clanks as you step on the salt here. Death Valley has some of the best names for things, doesn't it? Just perfectly named. Badwater, okay, makes sense, and the Devil's Golf Course. Because imagine having to play golf on this thing. This is the ultimate hazard. It'd be cool if they made a golf course instead of sand hazards, they had salt hazards. You gotta wonder though, did someone like Seldom Seen Slim, maybe for leisure, did he ever take a day or two off and come see this kind of stuff? You really gotta wonder. Would this have even interested people from back then, or would it just be looked at as a hindrance? All right, and here's where I get myself in trouble, because I always say things like, oh, I'm just gonna go a little ways, and I keep going, but I wanna get a little bit further out to see if we can capture a phenomenon on film. I'm afraid like any minute one of these things is just gonna break underneath my feet. My foot's gonna go into like a hole and get scraped up, or worse. So the phenomenon that we're trying to hear are these popping noises of the salt. Once the sun comes up, you hear just like these clinks, clinks. You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like when you drive your car like on a hot day and you park it, and then you just hear those little weird noises, those little dinks, or I don't know if it's just the car cooling off or what it is, but it sounds like that to me. Clearly though, to reach the Panamint Mountains and beyond, to find the homeland of Seldom Seen Slim, we're gonna have to find another way around Death Valley, because this ain't happening. I survived another year at the Devil's Golf Course. Did not break an ankle, did not scrape myself up. Yeah, I shouldn't speak so soon, because I still have a couple more steps to go to get out of here. Ah, we did it. Back on terra firma. I wanted to stop really quick here at the Oasis at Death Valley. Awesome place to stay, by the way. I didn't stay here this time, but we already visited this place last year. Some of you might recognize this little museum I'm not gonna go over all of this again. If you wanna see that, go check out our November road trip video from last year. I made single parts and a whole movie out of it, so feel free to dig in. But I found something really cool here that I wanted to show you. Last year, either I missed it, probably wasn't really interested in the subject yet, but I found some relics from the, I think it's the Tonopah Goldfield Railroad. So first and foremost, this is a museum, and it wasn't open last year. It's not open again now. Did you know this is the oldest house in Death Valley? Sure is. So let me show you the stuff that I found here. That's pretty exciting, I think. This green bench right here, as well as the lanterns, the small lanterns that are around the building, are from the Tonopah Tidewater Railroad, one of the railroads that we've been alluding to on this whole journey. How cool is that? And if they put it out here like this, I am positive it's for sitting. Oh, ooh, that's a nice comfortable bench actually. I'm sitting on a bench that folks probably sat on while they were waiting for trains or waiting for people to exit the train, who knows. This is really neat. Really sturdy after all these years. If I'm not mistaken, this is also part of the railroad. I think it's a railroad signal. It mentioned that it's attached to the roof, and this is the only thing I've seen attached to the roof. So this is also part of that railroad. And I think there's one more lantern here on this western side of the building from the railroad, right here. Check that out. And finally, check this out. It's an old safe. An old railroad safe from the Tidewater Tonopah Railroad. You just kind of have to keep an eye out and pay attention, and you'll come across cool stuff once in a while. Now, I knew gas is expensive in California, but $6.65 a gallon is what I just paid at the Furnace Creek gas station. I doubt that that's the regular gas price right now. I don't think I've ever paid that much in my life, but there's no other choice. So I'm about to head to a very remote location, so I can't risk it, but boy, do I just feel taken there. Ah, the Mesquite Sand Dunes at Death Valley. This is right on our path to get out of here. I just wanted to come take a look and show some of you that may not have seen our video that I did last year here, hint hint, where I hiked up the biggest dune in the back. And I wanted to come and see, does the dune look the same a year later? I can tell you it does and it doesn't. So we really want to watch where we're going here. This is the land of Sidewinder rattlers. Maybe this time of the year, I don't have to worry so much, I don't know. It's kind of, I want to say it's cool, but it's warming up fast, actually. This looks like a good vantage point. You can get some beautiful views of the, of Death Valley below here. All right, so we have come through Stovepipe Wells and out of Death Valley, and we ascended up and over these mountains. And it is freezing up here. I was like sweating just a few minutes back. It's like 20 degrees cooler, no joke. But I'm sitting here pondering, is this a route that someone like Seldom Seen Slim or other pioneers would have taken? And I think this is likely very possibly one of the ways he may have gotten over this to get into Panamint Valley. I'm sure there's other canyons and things through the mountains you could sneak through maybe, but wow, this is beautiful up here. The only thing I wonder is, let's say you were a pioneer and you were hauling a wagon of some sort, how would you pass through places like this? I don't know if natives made roads or trails that people could use to get through here. I've heard of that, but did people just straight up like just plow through all of this brush and stuff? Or maybe they had to do it on foot, like with pack mules or something like that, like Slim probably would have done. Not sure, but it's an interesting thought to ponder. I'm gonna guess down there is Panamint Valley. I think we're gonna be heading south once we get over there. So that would be the next valley over from Death Valley. And really where the end of our tale will occur in yet another ghost town. This view though. Panamint Valley, here we come. Seldom seen Slim, I'm a-comin' for you, boy. I assume it's not as low elevation as Death Valley, but so Death Valley probably still wins the prize for the hottest place, but I wouldn't be surprised if something out here is a very close second. And look at that, those mountains are beautiful. I didn't take time to learn what these mountains are in front of me. If anybody knows, you know what to do. Round the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Yet another road through the Mojave Desert that just stretches on as far as the eye can see. That never gets old to me. This is indeed like a dry lake bed, a playa. My first, to be honest. Pretty much just a dry lake bed. It stretches for miles and miles in either direction. You saw it from up high. This is fantastic. The ground here is hard. It's dry as a bone right now. So I think it's okay to walk on this. It is interesting though, this surface is hard as a rock. It doesn't feel like mud or anything like that. So, yeah, you can see I haven't left a single footprint here, which is the way they want to keep it. Well, folks, we finally made it across. We're driving straight at the Panamints, but from the other side. There's a town called Ballarat right at the base of these mountains, and I hear that's where Slim now resides.